Today's workout is all about high intensity interval training using your suspension training system. We're using the Bow500 suspension gym, however the workout is compatible with TRX or alternative suspension equipment as well. Let's get started with your warm-up exercise. Starting this superset with squats and adding some calves raises to it at the end. So you can see I'm dropping down into a nice deep squat, keeping my feet parallel at shoulder width, and then when I come up, I'm really pushing and getting right up into that calves raise as well. Steady controlled movement on the way down as well as on the way up. And then for our second exercise, we're going to change it up and work some Hindu push-ups. So these are rolling push-ups. So you start all the way back in a downward dog, then we roll and work our way into a push-up and finish in a cobra pose, and then work our way back into that downward dog again. This is a nice comprehensive push-up. Let's get you to have a go at it. exercise 1 in this superset is a biceps clutch. So it's like a biceps curl, but it's at 90 degrees. So my elbows are working their way all the way out. My hands are remaining very close together, and I'm just curling at 90 degrees. Now, making sure that your wrists are remaining nice and straight, and also making sure that your elbows are nice and high, so they should be the same height as your shoulders. For the second exercise, we're going to work some abs tucks. So very important to start this exercise protecting your lower back and making sure it's pinned right against the floor. Now, in order to stop my back from arching, I'm going to lift my head and shoulder blades and create that curvature in reverse. And then it's a matter of extending your legs all the way out until you get that lower abs engagement, and then tucking all the way in until you're getting that full abs engagement. Now, if you've got some good core strength, I want you to try and put a pause when your legs are nice and extended. Your turn to try the superset. starting this superset with a twister. So hands are glued together, elbows are soft straight, legs are nice and wide so that they're supporting underneath you. Now, if you go too narrow with your feet for this one, that you might actually lose your feet. They might slip from underneath you. So make sure you stay nice and heavy and you stay nice and wide for these ones. Then it's just a matter of drawing a semicircle around you with soft straight arms. So you can see I'm creating that semicircle motion from one side all the way through to the other side. For the cardio exercise, we're going to get into our fighting stance and just throw some knee strikes. So you can see I've got a little bounce going as I work my way back, and then I squeeze, I throw that knee strike in. Really use your hips to try and maximize distance as far as your knee strike goes, and just stay nice and light on your feet. Your turn to try this superset. triceps overhead extension for the first exercise in this superset. You can see I'm starting from an abs rollout and then allowing my elbows to bend until my hand is by the side of my head or even the back of the head, and then extending the elbow until the arm is nice and straight again. Really focusing on not allowing the elbow to move in and out. So you want to try and keep it as static as you can throughout your set. Now make sure you also keep your core line as well in order to protect your back. For the second exercise, for the cardio component, we're going to work some scissor hops. So just hopping and alternating back and forth with your left foot and your right foot, and just trying to keep the weight on the ball of your foot and staying nice and light on your toes. Your turn to try this superset.
She's a roller coaster. Oh, she's a flame. I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her. She can't be tamed. I'm so in love with her. I fall and try again. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. She's a roller coaster. Oh, she's a flame. I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her. She can't be tamed. I'm so in love with her. I fall and try again. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. She's a roller coaster. Oh, she's a flame. I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her. She can't be tamed. I'm so in love with her. I fall and try again. Get up and try. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. Get up and try again. Love the way we are together. I think we always stay this way. And how I wanna build my power with you and my never. And now I will make us so much better. And there will be no more lonely nights. Baby, if you let me try, I give you what you want. Girl, take it when you go blind. You say that I'm just wasting my time. You say I'm too hard to handle.
Exercise 1 of this superset is a plyometric squat. So you can see I jump up and I jump backwards in order to keep my distance from my anchor point and keep my arms extended throughout. And then when I jump and Land, I keep working my way down, and my only stop is at the bottom of the squat. So there's nothing at the top. So I want to try and avoid any jolting to the knees. Feet are nice and parallel, and they're at shoulder width, so that I'm comfortable both in my knees and my hips as well. The second exercise is some basic abs crunches. So you can see that I'm using my hands behind my head for support. You're welcome to do it that way if you like, but when you're supporting your neck, it's very important to keep your elbows pointing out, and I want you to look straight up so that we're not yanking at our neck and there's no encouragement of bad form. Now you want to make sure that your lower back is pinned against the floor the whole time throughout this exercise. Your turn to try this superset. Exercise 1 is a suspended front delts raise for this exercise. So looking at your anchor, keeping that straight body line, we're going to push the arms up soft straight until you've hit a straight line from your ankle all the way to your hand. So really engaging the shoulders, the traps and the rhomboids. This is a really good upper back exercise. You can see my release is nice and steady as well. So that's equally as important as the exercise itself. For exercise 2 in this superset, we're going to work some squats and throw some knee strikes down the middle as well. So you can see I'm squatting with my feet parallel at shoulder width, getting nice and deep into those and then throwing a knee strike down the middle. Now I'm alternating those knee strikes from the left to the right. Let's keep the pace up throughout the set. Your turn to try it. Exercise 1 in this set is a pistol squat. So you can see I've got one of my legs extended in front of me and it doesn't touch the floor, and I'm squatting with my base leg. You can also see that the arms are remaining nice and straight, so there's no rowing action with this particular exercise. Very important to keep a neutral spine as you drop into your squat. Where a lot of people go wrong with these is they start to hunch forward, and that puts a lot of pressure on your lower back, so we want to try and avoid that. Try and keep all the pressure on your quadriceps and none of it on your back. We're going to do a set with the left and then also a set with the right. For the second exercise, we're going to work some rookie push-ups. So these are just push-ups from your knees, and we're holding a straight body line from our knee all the way to our shoulder, and then trying to get nice and deep into these push-ups. Keep up a good pace throughout this particular exercise. Your turn to try the set. For exercise 1 of this superset, we're going to work some slider presses. So you can see I'm alternating these slider presses, doing one to the left and one to the right. So basically, there's a pressing arm and there's a fly arm working simultaneously, and it's a matter of alternating from one to the other. Make sure that you keep a nice straight core line, protect your back throughout this exercise, nice steady perpendicular push against your body, and steady control technique. The second exercise is some side-to-side squats. So we're going to drop low and try and maintain our height throughout this set, and it's just a matter of working our way from the left to the right, bringing the feet together, and continuing the momentum until the end of the set. Your turn to try it. Grandfather clock is a suspended plank that swings from left to right. Now, these are controlled swings, and we're really keeping that core engagement throughout this set. Now, you can see I'm on the ball of the foot, and I'm controlling by tweaking my obliques and squeezing my abs in order to keep the right range of movement. Now make sure you don't dip your hips for this one, and make sure you're protecting your back. For the second exercise, we're running on the spot with high knees. So you can see I'm running on the spot, keeping my weight on the ball of my feet and just really lifting my knees, trying to keep my weight light, but I'm burning as many calories as I can as well. Let's get you guys to have a go at this one. Well done for getting through your workout today, guys. Let's take a moment to stretch and cool our body back down now. Comment and let us know what you thought of today's workout, and remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest workouts.